everybody, happy Sunday. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. You just saw me on Friday. If you missed my video on Friday, make sure you go back and watch it. It is the sewing buzz, and then we had an S&D sewing chat with the lovely Madi from Madi Sews. And so yeah, you definitely want to go check that out. Hear a little bit of history about Madi. Also get a little updates on Project Dress a Girl, the project that she was hosting and how that's been doing. Again, I will link to her channel down in the description box. But I am coming in today with a very quick review. This is of Kwik Sew, one of Madi's favorite patterns. And as you all know, when I do the S&D sewing chat, I usually do a collaboration with the person of their favorite pattern or whatever they're loving in the moment. And so this one is for Kwik Sew 3928. So let's jump into it. And of course, welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. If you like this video, you like this content, make sure you stay tuned, because Wednesday I have look number 8 for my 2020-21 mood board, 2021 summer mood board. Forgot a word, but anyway, that's coming up on Wednesday. So make sure, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, subscribe, hit that bell, and come on back on Wednesday for my look number 8. And then Sunday will be look number 9, and then and then I should be able to do a roundup of everything. But let me go ahead and jump into this, because this will be a very quick review. So this again is Kwik Sew 3928, and this was the pattern that Madi chose that we collaborate on for our S&D sewing chat. And so as you all know, when I do the collaborations, that following video is usually me doing a full review on the pattern. So this is my review. First of all, like I told Madi, I'm glad she suggested this pattern, because this is a perfect example of a pattern that if you just paid attention to it, at least for me, if I saw this at Joann's, it was on sale, because Kwik Sew, as you all know, was on sale. But if I saw this in Joann's during the sale, I would have never touched this pattern, because it is an older pattern. I believe they're all out of print now online. You might be able to find some in Joann's or your local store, but at any rate, it's just such a dated look. It really is. And so I was like, ooh. And so but when I had seen pictures that Madi had shared of her versions and everything, I was like, oh, that is a really nice top. Once you see it made up, it's one of those patterns where you need to see it made up. And even if looking at the line drawing, because even the line drawing is nice, but again, the front of the cover just wouldn't have drawn me in to even flip the pattern over to see the line drawing, if that makes sense. So let's get into it. This pattern, the size that we have, the size range, at least that she sent me, this is a she had extra copies of the pattern, so she sent me the pattern. It goes up to an extra large, and there is quite a bit of easiness. I cut a size large. Actually, let me see. It's not on here. Let me look on the pattern. Okay, so if you look at the pattern, it starts from an extra small up to an extra large. So the extra small bust is 31 and a half inches up to the extra larges. It says 43 to 45, and then the hip goes up to a 45 to 47. But there is a couple extra inches of ease in the pattern. It is meant to be, as you can kind of tell by the pattern cover, loose. So you have some ease to work with, but not a heck of a lot, because you do you still want to have kind of that loose look to the final garment, right? So so those are the pattern sizes. So let me just tell you the fabric that I chose. This is, you just saw me haul this, oh, I don't remember. I don't even remember what video that was, but this is from fabric.com, and it has that embroidery detail on the bottom. So I have that on the front. I use the border because it's a border print, so I use the border to make sure the border covered, and you'll see better in pictures. I did for the pocket. This is a functioning pocket. I did use the main part of the fabric that didn't have the border on it to break it up where the pockets go. But yeah, as you can tell, the embroidered design is all around the fabric. So not a heck of a lot to say about the pattern. The couple things I do want to point out, you will notice this is a tank I have on underneath, and I'm glad I had this colored tank in my stash. I'm only wearing it because I stretched the neckline, and so, but I like the way it looks with the tank, so it worked out. But let me tell you how I stretched the neckline, because you handle one thing about the pattern that you cannot tell. You can tell on the line drawing. Let me hold up the line drawing so you can see. These are front darts right here, and the pockets are sewn into the dart, and you have to add interfacing behind that dart area, and you're manipulating this entire area a lot. So you see there's grown on sleeves, so you're not really handling, there's not much to putting this together, except for you can't tell from the picture, but the line drawing here is where you have a lot of the manipulation of the top. And so with that, as I was putting it together, I was like, maybe I should have stay stitched the neckline. And when I was done, you know, flopping around with that bottom piece, and yeah, I should have, because I had stretched by the time, because it calls for facings for around the neckline. By the time I was getting ready to add the facings, this neckline had stretched so much, and I didn't want to do initially I didn't want to do the bias binding, but I ended up adding the bias binding. I just used bias binding I had in my stash around the top and around the hem to turn it under. And so, and I think I did it with the sleeve. Yeah, also added bias binding around the hem of the sleeve. So that's how I end up finishing off the neckline, because I wasn't gonna cut a whole new facing to try to make it fit. I was like, I'll just wear something underneath it like this, and it works. And so, and it works, and you'll see in the pictures, because the pants I have on are the Mimi G Simplicity 8889. That was my look number 7. I just did a review on that that you would have seen on last week Wednesday. So if you missed that, make sure you go check that out. But so, because you all know I've been saying I need tops, and I need bottoms. So I was so happy that I got the bottoms done, because now I can pair, and it goes really nicely. If you see the colors, and you'll see the pictures, but you know the cargo pants are this more burgundy color in here, so it actually worked out in the end. This is the benefits of that I find shopping in my color palette, because when I put things together, it just goes. Even if that wasn't intentional to start out, it definitely goes. So it works. One of the things I did like about the pattern, because the pattern is very boxy to me, but the length of it, I will say, if you do have this pattern or you happen to find it or whatever, definitely pay it. I'm 5'7", and so I know where I like tops like this to hit me, and I had to take 2 inches off. I had to shorten it. Now the interesting thing about the shorten and lengthen line on this pattern, I've never seen this before on any pattern, indie or commercial. Maybe you have, but because those pockets are in the diagonal, in that dart on the front, the lengthen and shorten line, actually let me grab it. So the lengthen and shorten line, you probably won't be able to tell, but the lengthen and shorten line is a square. So the lengthen and shorten line goes like this on the pattern, and it's this part, this is where the pocket, that dart is. So if you have to lengthen or shorten it, it moves the pocket where the pocket will always be in proper position. And if you shorten it, you don't have to worry about the pocket hanging at the bottom of the top, because the way they did the lengthen and shorten line, it moves all of that up. So anywhere you will put the pocket, it moves the placement of the pockets up, everything. So I thought that was really brilliant. Like I said, I have never seen that on any pattern before, whether it's commercial or indie, where there's pockets, and if you have to shorten it in that area, around the area that the shorten and lengthen line takes into account the pocket placement, and moves the pocket as well, which is nice, because yeah, if you have to move pockets or something like that, you have to remember that if you're lengthening and shortening. But I like that this already came with that feature built into the lengthen and shorten process. Overall, like I said, very easy pattern, and I'm glad I was sent it, and I'm glad this is something she selected, because this is something I can totally see making again for sure. What this is made out of, if I didn't mention, this is from fabric.com. This is a chambray with the embroidery. It was a border print, and they were out of stock of this, but they had other designs. So I'll just link to fabric.com, where they had other designs listed for this type of fabric. This one I did not get through Amazon, so I got this directly from the website. But yeah, overall, very good pattern, and it was just so timely. A nice dome and sleeve top or dress, if you decide to do the dress version. Real easy to put together, because like I said, the only thing you're handling a lot are those front darts. That's it. Madi did a version, her version that we shared in the S&D chat, in a fleece, but make sure you subscribe to her channel, because she is supposed to be doing a review on the pattern and the fabric that she used, because we use totally different fabrics. And so make sure that you definitely check down in the description box, so you can head over, subscribe, so you can hear all about her views on this pattern. So that is it, everybody. Like I said, short and quick, to the point. Again, I am so happy I have another top. I have another top, and I still need more tops, but that's, stay tuned. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, because you will be hearing more about some future plans, because I'll have my fall winter mood board, inspiration looks and everything coming up here soon. So you don't want to miss that, and it is so good. It is so good. The things I have selected, I'm very excited about it. And you all know, when I talk about my mood board, is what I'm in the mood for, what I'm feeling, but this time I'm taking into account also what I need. So anyway, you'll hear all about that in a future video. But I thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. And like I said, if you missed the S&D sewing chat, if you missed the sewing buzz, I talked about some items I'm excited about, new pattern releases, and then there was the S&D sewing chat with Madi. Make sure you go back and check that out. And yeah, I thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. You all have a blessed start to your week, and we will see you on Wednesday. Bye.